Hey, I'm Shamika. Welcome back to my craft space. So today what we're going to do is we're going to embroider a short shirt, a unicorn shirt on my Janome machine. Now, I do have two embroidery machines and you've probably already seen me do this design on my brother machine. However, I had decided to purchase a bigger machine, well not bigger, but another machine with a larger hoop size because I wanted to have flexibility to do some other things. In addition to that, this machine cuts the jump stitches for me. It's a probably triple, almost triple the price of the PE 800, but I do think it's going to be worth it in as well. So if you want to stay tuned, or shall I say, stay tuned if you want to know how this project goes. This is the first time that I've embroidered a large item on my Janome machine. We call her Miss J for short. And I've already went ahead and threaded my machine with the right colors, and I went ahead and also uploaded the design. Now I can tell you one of the things that I noticed that's different from the Janome and the brother is this. When you create your design in Embroider on the brother machine and you save it to the USB, when you put your USB file in the brother machine, you're able to just click the USB icon on your machine and all your files pull up. That's not the case with Janome. When you create a design for your Janome machine in Embroider, you have to create a folder on your USB drive and save your design to that folder. My screen went to sleep. So you have to create your design in Embroider and save that design to a folder that you've created for your USB. You can't just save the design to your USB. When you put your USB into your Janome machine, you then have to select the folder. First, you have to select the machine or the USB icon. You select the USB icon, and then you select your folder, and that's where you will find your design. So if I can kind of show you on my screen. I really can't show you on my screen. I'm going to figure out how to screen share so I can show you guys that. But I've already threaded my machine and we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera on to the machine. I've already folded my shirt inside out and pressed it so that way I pressed it on the heat press so we can get the center marking. I've already placed it on my hoop with the basting adhesive. You can watch my how to embroider a unicorn shirt to see how I did that. I do it the same way, and I'm just going to go ahead and click start and go so we can get the placement stitch for the number 4 while trying to hold my shirt open so it doesn't stitch together. Let's go ahead and lower the presser foot and get started. And my top thread just came out, so let's try to thread my machine again. And I want to make sure that I don't have my thread cap on. I may have had it on the wrong way because it seems like my thread kind of got caught. So I'm just going to rethread my machine. when you're threading your machine, you need to make sure you have your needle in the highest position in order for the threader to work. Let me do that again. Okay. I keep taking the thread out, you guys. So I can tell you, I'm a little uncomfortable using my Janome. I haven't really used it that much, but I'm pretty sure the more I use it, I get comfortable with it. Anytime you get something new, it can be a little intimidating. All right, so we have it threaded now, and I'm going to go ahead and hit start again. You guys, I cannot get my thread, cannot get my machine threaded correctly for some reason. I have to figure out what I'm doing wrong. So my needle is in the highest position. I have it in all the nooks and crannies. Let's see, maybe not. It looks like I do. For some reason, it seems like it's coming out once we started. But the good thing is it hasn't counted any of my stitches, so that's great. Let's try it again. Okay, guys, we got it going. So I can tell you so far this is so different than my brother machine, because when I did this design on my brother machine, it did the number 4 first. It did not do the horn to the unicorn first. So already that is different for me. What's nice is I don't have to worry about cutting the jump stitches. So I'm just going to take my glitter canvas. If I can find a piece that's big enough. I don't think that's going to be big enough for the horn. So I'm just going to cut a fresh piece. So far, so good. All right, and we're just gonna go ahead and let our presser foot down and select start. And now we're getting that tack down stitch. Okay, we're going to go ahead and on the Janome machine is a little bit different than the Brother. The hoop snaps on and snaps off. For the Janome machine, in order to get the hoop and off, there's a black button right here. And you slide this towards you to unlock it. So I'm going to let my person foot up, and we're going to slide that button and slide this shirt right on off of the machine. And this machine has a high, I guess it's called a high foot. So if I lift it again, I can lift it up even higher to get that, the hoop off of the machine. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my embroidery scissors and cut the fabric, or the glitter canvas fabric, the excess off. Now I am still embroidering this shirt the way I would on my PE 800, which is inside out with the tag facing up. Because I prefer to float my items. I'm not sure how it would be to try to hoop the shirt and embroider it that way, because this is still a flatbed machine. So if I do that, I will have to make sure that I just hoop the top of the shirt only. But that's something that I can try in another video. Right now, what I kind of just wanted to do was just try the same design on my Janome machine and kind of just see how it goes. Is it easier? Is it faster? Which machine I prefer? So far, it's about the same. I can say that probably threading the Janome, there's like an extra step, 2 extra steps when embroidering it. But I do like the fact that it has automatic tension, so I don't really have to worry about that. It still can be adjusted if I need to adjust it, but when I did a test stitch on it a while back, it's not that far back, but when I did my test stitch on it, when I first took it out of the box, I didn't have any issues. Like, my stitches came out perfect. I think the only thing, feedback that I got for someone that already has a Janome is that I probably didn't have my stabilizer tight enough. And for this shirt, I'm using poly mesh again, which is the same stabilizer I used when I did the shirt on the Brother machine. And this is a 7.9 by 7.9 hoop, which to me, you might as well say is an 8 by 8 hoop. Kind of got stuff everywhere. It's a 8 by 8 hoop, but it is 200 millimeters or meters, don't quote me, by 200. And what you want to try to do is try not to cut your stitches when you're cutting around your appliques. It's just like I said in the previous video, that the tack down stitch is to hold the applique in place. Now, since this hoop is a little bit bigger, I do find myself having a hard time maneuvering to clean up my applique but it's not too bad. But it's just a little bit wider, so I think I just got to get used to it. That's all. Excuse me. Allergies, guys. No, I don't have COVID. Okay, so we have cleaned up our applique, as you can see. And I'm going to put it back on the machine. And we should be, well, I don't know what we're going to be doing because on the brother machine, this is interesting, guys. On the brother machine, I was able to see what the net steps that were coming up. I'm trying to see if I can see that on the Janome. It's telling me what colors are going to be coming up. Maybe that's the screen I want to be on. Again, this is kind of different from brother, so ouch. Ooh. The hoop kind of just slides on once you unlock it. There you go. Looks like, if I'm reading this correctly and I have it on the right screen now, because at first the screen that I had it on, it was just showing me what my design was, what it was that I was embroidering. It wasn't showing me the next step. So I just changed that so I can see what's coming up next. And looks like you do that by clicking the flowers on the machine. So it looks like we're going to be doing the ears next, and I'm going to do those in silver. So it looks like this design is probably going to be the same way as it was on my brother, which is it does all like the placement stitches and tack down stitches first, and then it goes in last with the satin stitches. Now I can tell you that one thing about this Janome machine is I will have to oil it, and I still have to go in and research or read my manual to see, you know, how often I need to oil it. Yes, I am a rebel. I did not read the book, whole entire book first. So, I am threading my machine again, and I'm not looking at the help button because I'm trying to see if I can remember how to do this from memory. So I can get more and more comfortable with my machine. Because right now, Miss J is giving me a run for my money. Needle at the highest position. Okay, we got it threaded, you guys. And I noticed this, like, the thread is kind of stuck on a little hook in the back. So I'm kind of just going to leave that and see how it stitches. Because it did that the first time when I threaded, but I pulled the thread out and then it didn't do it again. So we'll see. Oh, I always forget. Let your purse foot down and hit go. So it's really good. It's cutting the jump stitches, so that's saving me a lot of time that I don't have to do that. Now I believe on the Brother machine I had a stop right there. I will have to go back and look at my previous YouTube video to confirm and see if that was the case. So we're done with the ears, and it told me to go ahead and raise the presser foot. I did have like one little string, but that was pretty much it. And now I'm not going to change my thread color. We're going to go into doing the first rows, and since it's just going to be a placement stitch, I'm just going to leave it how it is, and I'm just going to go ahead and click go. Oh, but I have to lower my presser foot again because I keep forgetting. Alright, so that is the first placement stitch for the first rows. And we're going to go ahead and do the placement stitch for the second rows. It did go around twice, and it didn't have a stop. So I'm just hoping that it comes back to it. I'm hoping. Now, I did just try to hit start, but I had a message on my screen to raise the presser foot, which I would have been if I would have been taking this off to rethread, but I'm not. So I just raised the presser foot so I could bypass that message, so I can go ahead and click start again, because I can see on my screen that it's about to do the placement stitch for the next rows. Alright, now I do have the option to click X on that message and not necessarily raise the presser foot, which I just noticed. So that's what I just did, and we're going to go ahead and click go again to do the placement stitch for the rows in the middle. So it seems like there was a stop for that one. So now, and I don't know if it's because it's the last rows, and so we're finna get ready to start doing the tack down stitches, and maybe starting from the back up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put my fabric down for the rows. I cut out a lot. I really didn't need that much. I don't even know if that piece is gonna be enough. I'd rather be safe than sorry. But I can really like use half this size. So I'm putting, and I did have a small thread again that needs to be cut. It's not a jump stitch, it's just kind of like, I guess, scragglies. And the purse foot is already down, so we just need to hit go. And that is the tack down stitch. So we're gonna go ahead and unlock it, do the high raise for the purse foot and take it off the hoop so I can cut this fabric off. You guys, I don't even know what scissors I want to use, to be honest. So I'm kind of just cutting. You know, sometimes we get these machines and it's a little scary. Because these machines, A, are not cheap at all. And B, you want to make sure that, you know, you're doing what you're supposed to do. Because also, the materials, the shirts, you know, if you're embroidering on quality shirts, like, none of that stuff is cheap. So, and if you guys are looking for shirts, you can get shirts at closetboutique.com. I do have quality shirts that is made for embroidery. They are also great for vinyl. And I also offer sublimation shirts for kids, not adults. So, I am still trying to just get as close as I can to the stitches without cutting them, and I feel like I'm getting really close to cutting them. But I'm trying to get as close as I can. But you know what they say, practice makes perfect, and so that is what I am doing. I am practicing, and this is so weird, you guys, because it is taking me back to the unicorn to do the satin stitches. It did not stop. It slowed down, but it didn't stop for me to do the it didn't stop for me to do the tack down stitches on the other roses. So I'm a little nervous about that. And I'm thinking I probably need to go back. But I'll just wait until I do the unicorn and then try to go back. And my thread is like, I hate when it mess this up like that. So that is the scary part. Sometimes you just don't know how these machines are going to stitch out. And that is really scary. For me, at least. The good news is I did remember how to thread it without using the help guide. Okay, we are ready to go. Let's go ahead and lower our presser foot. I remember that time, and then we're going to go ahead and click go. Oh yeah, I forgot, this file jumps. It's so weird. So we're just going through with the satin stitch on the horn. So it looks like it's stitching pretty nicely right now. I will have a couple of scragglies to cut once it's done with this satin stitch on the horn, but I'm not seeing any top thread, any bottom thread coming through the top, so that's really, really good. So I guess the auto tension is working the way it should on the machine. I don't see any puckering. The satin stitch is nice and shiny. Now I can tell you, I don't think I brought my design up high enough. Now that I think about it, I'm looking at my shirt, and I'm looking at how much room I have left, and I still have to add a name. And I don't think I brought my I think I should have moved my design up. So it looks like we're gonna do the ears next. I think I need to go back, and it won't let me go back without raising the presser foot, but I'm gonna raise the presser foot and take this off. Take this off the machine. I'm gonna go ahead and cut these jump stitches. It looks really, really good. I'm very impressed. I'm just gonna try to figure out how to do the back stitching to go back to the flowers, because I don't think it's going to stitch the flowers. Now I can tell you on the Embroider machine, I can go, you know, back 10 stitches, go back 100 stitches. I don't see that, I don't even know what that is. I don't see that on here. And I don't know what I just did, because I don't see anything I was just looking at. Like, I see arrows, but it's not even showing me like how far back it's gonna go now. So I don't know what I just did.